Welcome to Very Chem Lab. Today we want to show you a foam stick test with our new GVF 125. This is a new foaming technology that allows us to unload wells in extremely low pressure and high pressure. Today I'm going to use a 25,000 chloride water, and we're going to put it in our foam column test. And we're going to run this at 10 psi so you can see how easily this foam is able to lift under low pressure. Many times in the old technology, the sticks were not able to even unload a low pressure well because they would foam lock the well. And if they did unload, they would lock the well for maybe 3 to 5 hours, and it would all unload at once and then load back up. This stick will give you a slow unload all day long. So I'm going to turn the gas on at 10 psi. We'll start our stopwatch. You can see the gas coming through the water column. I'm going to drop the stick. And we'll start our stopwatch. We'll run this for 10 minutes. I'll probably shut off the time so we don't eat 10 minutes up total. And you can see the small bubble slowly beginning to unload and moving to the surface. We're at the top of the column in 21 seconds. One of the better things about this foaming technology is that when it hits the surface, the foam breaks out very rapidly, so you don't have problems with your separation systems. If you look closely, you'll see columns of foam lifting. We started off with 800 mils of water. And out of 800 mils of water, we should get 700 and 750. And even when there's only 25 to 50 mils left, you'll still see columns of foam slowly rising. This particular stick is made to last 4.5 hours downhole at 150 degrees Fahrenheit. So in a well that is a cool well, a shallow well, the stick could last there possibly 3 days if you're only making 5 barrels a day. It would slowly unload, and if there's no water, it won't keep dissolving. As the water comes in, it'll slowly unload and lift the foam. The idea is to keep the pressure of the well below the static pressure barrier. The lower the pressure, the lower the amount of water the stick will unload. The higher the pressure, the more water it will unload. In a low pressure well, this stick will unload about 15 barrels of brine. And this particular stick, the GVF 125, will unload 40% condensate. Our GVF numbers mean the actual time that they dissolve in grams in a minute. The 125 is 1.25 per minute. The 234 is 2.34 grams per minute. It helps you determine which is the best stick to drop in your temperature well. And they all unload about 15 to 20 barrels of fluid each with a different percent of oil. Our 206 unloads 70% to 75% oil. Well, we are at 3 minutes and 20 seconds. Let's stop the video and we'll come back to you in 8 minutes total. Okay, we're now at 7.5 minutes, and if you take a look, we've unloaded 740 mils of water. And we're still unloading. Foam columns are still coming to the top. There was only 800 mils total, and we're still unloading. So you'll see this stick will just continue downhole to perform all day long in a well that's a minimal producer and keep you optimized in your production. What I'd like to show you is how much of this stick is actually left from unloading this much. That stick cut size with this volume of water represents 1 1/4 inch by 15 stick and about 5 barrels of water. So let's turn it off and take a look at what we have left. So I've shut off the nitrogen. I'm going to have to add a little water to get it to move for me. It doesn't even look like 50% of the stick has been used. So you can realize that this is not going to unload one time and all your stick is gone. Where all the previous sticks, they dissolve so rapidly that you don't have anything left to unload for after the first 30, 45 minutes. This stick will be there 4.5 hours at 150 degrees. Thank you for watching, and we hope we can help you. Give us a call at VeriChem, 1-800-833-5394. Welcome to VeriChem Lab. Again, we're looking at a foamer stick, but this time we're going to look at a stick unloading 50% condensate. Very difficult to do, but with our new technology, it's easy and simple in low pressure wells and in high pressure wells. This particular stick is the GVF 206. It's a light blue color, and it'll actually unload up to 70, sometimes 75% condensate. And one of the neat things about this foamer is that it gives you the ability to break the oil out very quickly at the surface. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour our sample of 800 mils into our foam column test. And I'm going to drop this stick in after I turn the gas on. You'll see that it's not allowing it to come out and the gas is struggling, so I'm going to drop the stick and you'll see it fall to the bottom. One of the unique things about this foamer is it goes after the oil before the water. As you'll watch, you'll see the condensate is dispersed throughout the tube, and as it begins to slowly dissolve, it'll start unloading. You'll see different sections of foam columns moving to the surface. And now we're unloading. One of the things you'll notice also is that the condensate breaks out very quickly when it hits the surface. Now again, I want to emphasize the fact that the old foamer technology dissolves rapidly, giving you one big push of foam. You see the water breaking out, pretty much evenly dispersing the condensate. Pretty much even amount of water and oil coming out. This product will work better in high pressure, but it's the only stick we've ever found that will unload under low pressure, where most wells will get locked up with a heavy foam. This foam is very small, light, tight walls, so it does not foam block a well. You can see the foam columns moving up independently as each one is beginning to move to the surface and the next one forms. We're right at 3 minutes and 30 seconds. We're going to stop and come back to you in 8 minutes in the effort of saving you some time. All right, it's been 8 minutes. Let's take a look at where we're at. You can see our condensate is nice and clear on top, giving us a clean break very quickly. Let's look at it where we can measure it a little better. I'm at about 550 mils of fluid, and it's about 250 water. So we've actually got a little more oil out than we have water. And we're still unloading. Also keep in mind, fluid is continuing to come in at the wellbore, whereas in this test we only had a known amount to test. So, but you can see, even though there's a small amount, it's continuing to bring it to the surface, continuing to get it to unload. What I'd like to do is shut this test off and show you that the stick is still there, that we haven't spent it all, and it's going to continue as water and oil move in to produce nice quality foam to keep the well unloaded. As it's coming down the column here, you can see there's no foam left. It's breaking out even as it turns the corner. So I'm going to stop the test, and we'll take a look at what we have inside the tube. At least half that stick is left. And we've unloaded 550 out of 800 mils, and out of the 550, 350 is oil, better than 50%. We appreciate your time, and we hope if you have any questions, you'll give us a shout on our webpage at verychemusa.com or talk to one of our local representatives. Have a great day.